Welcome to my first ever episode of this solo podcast, Solocast, whatever you call it, where every week I will be talking to you or discussing with you the ideas that comes to mind, the thoughts, the experiences, lessons, stories that I go throughout the week. Pretty much right. I have been putting this off for a while, but I actually had started doing it, taking action just last week. And this idea has been an idea for at least 6 months now. And it's writing one sentence every day of whatever it is I learned that day, I went through that day, I experienced that day, I learned that day, and everything that I just want to share with you and discuss with you. So hopefully this gets enough audience that we can do a Q&A because that would be nice. My name is Michael. I have this channel called True.Stride to help you start your own true stride into your personal development, fitness, business, and all that other stuff. And today, I want to talk to you to what today I will be talking to you about. Hopefully, actually, I timestamp this once I rewatch it. So hopefully, future Michael will watch this video again, which he will, and hopefully give you the timestamps to all the topics, the one-liners I had for that day. So I just want to list the ones that I'll be talking to you about. The first one is 20-minute meditation is life changing. Second one, watch out for the traps. Third one is about the 30-day break I took from the gym, got me cooked. And don't fall victim following someone's ideology, that's important. And 1 hour is all you really need. And last one is experience life. You outside, stay out of your room. So I want to start with 20-minute meditation is life changing. So I'm someone who has been on and off with meditation. I'm someone who also hasn't really tried sitting in silence with no guided meditation. You know, it's now when I say 20-minute meditation, you might be thinking you have to sit down in a yoga position, you know, that whatever position they do that's uncomfortable to some. Um, but what I mean is literally just a 20-minute exercise where you can, some people stare at the wall. I had this idea, I had this thought that you don't necessarily need to sit down in a perfect meditation stance and do it for 20 minutes. What I mean is just sitting in silence for 20 minutes, single tasking, right? Allowing your thoughts to just come and notice it. And why 20 minutes of meditation has been a life changing for me. I've been doing this for 2 weeks now, and it's actually changed my life because I realize and start to notice that 20 minutes is actually a long time. You sitting there for 20 minutes is a long time. And so it gets you realize this connects to my 1 hour is all you really need to later. But I'll be talking about that later. But what I mean is that it helps you. What I find is that I am able to focus more and get more done in the span of an hour with just 20 minutes of meditation. And I'm starting to become much more conscious. And there's levels to consciousness. You know, we think we're so conscious and self-aware every time, but we don't realize how much we drift, how much we fall off the consciousness. You know, there's levels to it. This is a deep topic that I'm not even gonna jump into. I'm not a pro or an expert with that, so yeah, not yet. And it has been such a life changing because you should give it a try. You know, being seated, sitting in silence is so freaking hard. And you might be, maybe after listening to this, you might be asking, oh, what's the most optimization? What's the best way to meditate for 20 minutes? Literally, just be bored for 20 minutes, where whether it's staring at a wall, staring at staring at something, or just sitting in silence with your eyes closed for 20 minutes. And especially if you're new, to allow yourself to think and get distracted while meditating. Because what was setting me back before was whenever I get distracted, I was being hard on myself. Like, oh man, especially when you catch yourself distracted and daydreaming or meditating. While meditating, you're dreaming about that thing, whatever it is whatever it is you're dreaming for, let's say 10 minutes even. And then you realize halfway through, like, oh man, I have been just drifting away. But you see, that's where the magic actually comes from. Like, being aware when you catch yourself getting distracted, that's the reps that you build through meditation. So there is no such thing as a perfect meditation. I'm probably like a level 1, level 1.5 into this meditation, and there's so much levels to it. But what I've come to decide and accepted is the first 30 days, I will just focus on allowing myself to get distracted, but just paying attention for whenever it is I get distracted, and just allow it to let it go and just come back. And if I get distracted again, that's okay. You just notice it, allow it, and you can let it go or just continue daydreaming, right? It's just about noticing it, not overcomplicating it for the next 10 days or so, because that's what happened, or next 2 days, 5 days. Optimizing, it's just set a timer, 20 minutes, that's it. It's life changing. I'm telling you, please do it. Please do it. Like, my life is literally changing just by investing at least 20 minutes. Hopefully this can get up to 1 hour ideally, but I'll let you know. And let me know for you as I go level up my meditation too. Obviously, I'm in my first less than 30 days of actually just no guided, just sitting in silence. And so I'll catch you up more, but for now, I'm not gonna overcomplicate it. So go do your 20-minute meditation. Second one I want to talk about is watch out for the traps. We fall into traps as much as we hate to admit, right? What do I mean by this? Fall in a trap of doing the same diet that made you lose weight, or falling in a trap of having a morning routine, quote, a perfect morning routine that you just constantly do for the next 6 months, or whenever you fall off track, that you think that's the only way out to get yourself out of the rut. And we fall in traps of, falling off the diet, or taking the diet too extreme. And so there's nothing what this one is also a deep topic, where it's like, there's so many traps that we fall into, and being aware and conscious of it, right? It's tough, it's a little difficult, and sometimes we don't even know what we are entrapped with, right? So I'm just gonna speak from my experience. The trap I fall into is I constantly, whenever I try and cut weight, I go on fasting. I fast for 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, and that's the trap that I fell onto. And the second one is a structured morning routine. I was someone who was kind of an a very pain in the ass when it comes to morning routine, where if I don't do my 5-step, 10-step morning routine, I consider it a such a unproductive day. And learning how to separate myself out from this has actually been a challenge, but it was definitely rewarding getting myself out of it. So watch out for the traps you fall into. I don't really have much to say for this topic right now, this idea, but this is something that I am still to this day trying to keep myself aware of, you know, what traps am I falling into. But that in itself is a trap, right? Like just focusing on what traps you're falling into. So there's it falling into trap is not necessarily a bad thing. This is so deep topic that I might get you lost. So before I confuse you more, if you like me to talk about this topic, eh, let me know in the comments. But uh, let's just get to the next one. Second one, the third one is 30-day break from the gym got me cooked. So about 40 days ago, because it's been, a week since my 30-day break has ended, but 40 days ago my 1 year membership has ended. And the last 2 months, 1 month of that, I have been really not intentional with my workout and not really caring that much. And so as my membership was ending, I was like, you know what? Let's end this. Let's end the membership and I'll take a 30-day break to see, right? To see if I really like going to the gym first. Going to the gym still. And so the first 2 weeks, it went by like I didn't miss the gym at all. And mind you, I made a promise to myself that I would do calisthenics, which I did in the park for like 10 to 15 minutes, like maybe 5 sessions. So definitely lost some progress in the gym, but 30 days is not so much. I can get that back by just consistent diet. But besides the point, after 2 weeks, I was fine. But the third and fourth week, I started to feel so crap about myself. Like I didn't feel good. And that's when like I was in a way somewhat going crazy. Not being able to work out is so weird to me, after working out consistently for a long time. And so I came back to it with much more appreciation, like much more. I feel like the 30-day break was a much needed for me to really like light the fire, the true fire of not doing it too extreme, not falling into that trap of that, but just enjoying it with another appreciation and love. I was more mindful now. I have more appreciation when I go to the sauna, especially, and as well as my workouts. I don't know. I feel like I have this more I hit another level of appreciation and awareness and consciousness to why I need to go to the gym at least 3 to 4 times a week, or else I'm gonna go crazy. But why? Because it feels good. It feels good knowing you're getting strong. It feels good being active. It doesn't. What I mean by this doesn't even necessarily mean going to the gym. It can just be going for a jog or a walk. Anything active makes me feel better about myself. But that's my grain of salt for that. Next one is don't fall victim following someone else's ideology. Now, this is a deep topic, right? This is a deep conversation. Reason why is we tend to fall into other people's ideology, from your favorite YouTuber, from your favorite personal development coach, from your favorite author, that we kind of cling into that and just assume that that is the truth. That idea of that person that you like so much that you spent 10 hours listening to, 20 hours listening to their podcasts, their videos, their books, that their ideology becomes yours. And in a way, that's not necessarily how you should live your life. Now, this is just my opinion, this is just my theory, so take this with a grain of salt too. But I'm giving my piece of cake with this is that most times you have to realize that you have your own life, you have your own story, you have your own upcomings, you have your own struggles that you go through. And so following someone's ideology or ideas just in itself as the truth, a one all solution to your problem, is a wrong way of living the life that you want, if you want to be living the true good life, right? Because, like, that's a trap in a way, to fall into just listening to that person's idea and just going with it, whether it's their idea that you got from them is about fitness, business, health, personal development. Question it. It's, how can you truly know if that idea is true for you and it works for you if you don't self experiment, right? What's the point of just following it from A to Z, whatever that person says? It's such a what I realize is that you really just gotta use your own thinking. You gotta use your own personal experience, right? To truly see if this will work for you or not. Because sometimes, more than we like it or not, right, is that some of this does not work for us. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. That's a good thing, right? But then there's some that once, oh, this actually works for me, then life changes all of a sudden. But then that that may only last for so long. What I find recently, discovering, learning about myself, is that there is so much that I learned, and as well as learn about myself, where I realized that there's no one all solution. Like, it changes as we grow. These things do change, and accepting that and being aware of that we go through seasons, we grow as a person, that the solution that you have last year may not work this year. It might have to change a little bit, or it might have to change completely, right? And yeah, uh, because just following it just blindly, just don't just my message in this is, just don't make your own decision, make your own ideas, make your own thinking. Stress test that idea of yours that you have, if it's true or not. Seek the truth, nothing but the truth, for your own good, right? For your own truth. And yeah, that's all I have for that. And the next one is, 1 hour is all you really need. You see, this another realization I had. uh, I feel like I should actually, now that I realize, I should let you know for my next episode if this was an idea, a lesson, a thought, an experience, or a story, so that you kind of get what I'm talking about. But the next one is, 1 hour is all you really need. With the meditation, this actually connects with the meditation, because spending 1 hour productively in flow is all you really need, especially if you're someone who's building. Like, you can do this just with fitness, you can do this starting your own business, you can do this by doing personal development. Just 1 hour every day of actually doing the work, not just consuming videos. Now, that in itself can be a research or learning process for 1 hour, then sure, if you're intentionally watching it, like, you're not distracted doing anything else, you're just watching that thing, and maybe taking notes, rewatching it, then take notes again. And 1 hour is all you really need was life changing for me, as someone who works a regular job, a 9 to 5 job, and as well as, I want to start my YouTube channel and grow this, but I realized that it might not be quick as I expected it to be. The growth of this channel might be slow, but that's okay, right? I still have to live and earn for a living, right? And so, committing at least 1 hour, whether it's contemplating, writing, getting my scripts ready, or not script. I don't really do script. I prefer off the cuff, but my outline ready, what I'm talking about, um, you know, editing the videos, posting the videos, just 1 hour every day. I guarantee you, this is some like an unlock for me. That this is all I need, and my business, my personal project will grow in itself. I don't know why I call it business. This is more of a personal project to me, because this is something that I share my message to you. We grow, raise our awareness, our consciousness, we level up our fitness, we start our true personal development journey together. That's the mission for this. That's what got me to start this, because I was watching all these people as well, and I was inspired, and I'm like, if I can share my story as well, I know there's that one person that will that's life will hopefully change, or get ideas from me. That's all I really need. If I can change one person's life and to start their own true personal development journey, start their own fitness, start their own business, or whatnot, then that's all that that would make me feel pretty good about myself. Maybe it's you know let me know what you think of that. But some say it might be ego, but I don't think so. I think seeing someone truly change and level up with me is something that would make me feel really good, and like rewarding in a way. And last but not the least, this podcast might be not so long. Hopefully it can get up to 40 minutes, an hour eventually, but we're practicing, we're getting there. This is the first week. Give me a break, y'all. But I really don't want to do this. I just want to do this off the cuff, just have the ideas list and talk to you, because in there you will know my personality more. It's like a more human connection to you. Like, I'm talking just straight into this camera, right at you right now. Whether it's you're driving, whether it's you're working, whether it's you're just going to bed, or you're doing your chores or whatnot. But thank you. I want to thank you for listening and being in this video still. I am truly grateful for this moment with you. But let's not get sidetracked. Let me not thank you yet. I will thank you later. But the last one is experience life, stay outside more. Or experience life, go outside more, stay out of your room. I said this because, I feel like most of us, especially with the, phones, social media distractions, we tend to be just distracted, all cooped up in our room, just distracted, whatever it is you're doing, whatever monkey business you're doing. And so we don't, like, slowly our life goes down, like our life quality, and we don't really notice it until it's hits bottom. Going outside, touching grass, going to a new place, going to a new trail, going to a new restaurant, going to a new cafe to do your creative work, going for a walk on a different path, just going outside in general can literally spark ideas you don't think you needed, or thoughts or feelings might come up of gratefulness that you never think you actually need, but it's life changing. It can change your life, right? Or it might just be as going outside just makes you feel good, and the fresh air makes you feel good. And this is something that to this day I still have to remind myself, because I still do fall in the trap. Like, I can be good and be outside for a week, and next thing you know, the next week I'm just all inside, procrastinating, overthinking, and not getting things done, even though the idea is for me to stay in and do the work. But when I'm inside the room, or inside my room, I'm just like procrastinating, distracted. But when I go outside, I don't know, it's something that my productivity actually started leveling up more when I started experiencing life outside, not just in my room, not just on my phone, mental masturbating all the personal development videos or the contents that I want. But slowly, it's something that, some of you don't like do already. And for you, if you already do this, the one tip I can give you, or maybe a couple, is look at the sky. Appreciate the sky. Look at the animals. Look at the trees. Have appreciation to that. It's something that I try to be aware of when I go outside. Just have a 10-second moment of, wow, I really admire that tree, or I really admire this trail I'm walking on. I'm grateful for the light that's up in the air or up in the sky, and those little things to be grateful for. Showing gratefulness and an awe of the environment, can change your life. Can bring some joy, can spark ideas. It can spark something that I can't wrap my head like, because it will be different from my experience to your experience. It's gonna be so different, but yeah, go outside more. So that's all I really have for today. I want to wrap this up. I'll remind you today again. Hopefully, future Michael does do the timeline. Hopefully, in the comment, and hopefully he does. Tell you if this was a contemplate, a realization, idea, a thought. But the first one I talked about was 20-minute meditation is life changing. You should really try this. Give it bro, just give me even just 2 3 days. I would say at least 5 days if you can actually intentionally doing it. But even one day of sitting in silence, you would realize oh man, 20 minutes is a long time. And so if there's something that you've been procrastinating, if you can put only 20 minutes in that too, you know what I mean? That's 40 minutes total. And you can get more stuff done. And you're overthinking it. Just do the 20 minutes first. You don't have to do it in an hour. You don't have to do it in 2 hours to be perfect. 20 minutes is enough. That's it, and leave it. Second one, watch out for the traps. Watch out for the traps. 30-day break. This third one, 30-day break from the gym got me cooked. A realization I never thought I needed. More appreciation now. Don't fall victim following someone else's ideology. I feel like I touched on that pretty well. Let me know if you want me to talk to that more about on the next video or whenever someone else's comment on this video. 1 hour is all you really need. 1 hour is just all you really need. You can really add the meditation with this. So 40 minutes of work on that, whether it's fitness, writing, reading, spend 40 minutes, man. Stop being so distracted. I mean, me telling you to stop, it's not gonna make you do it, but you fail often enough, you're gonna be like, yep, he was right. But give it a try. Just you don't really know if it's gonna work for you unless you try it. If it doesn't, I'm proud of you for trying it. I'm sorry it didn't, but likely it will. And last one is experience life, go outside more, stay out of your room, because that's how you will get your mind flowing, air coming in, fresh air coming inside your brain and your nose. But I really enjoyed this today video. I'm gonna keep doing this. I already have some stuff written for the next week, my contemplation lesson. I think you're gonna like next week. I have some stories. I will tell you crazy many mistakes too. There's just many more. I am enjoying this. So ideally, hopefully, don't quote me on this, I can do this type of videos where I contemplate, I make this off the cuff video every week, and as well as a teaching video, where whatever it is I'm feeling that week. But that's all I really have for you today. Thank you for your time today. Hopefully you like this video. If you do, go hit that like button, subscribe if you enjoy, and that's really it. I will see you soon. Take care and bye for now.